Brandon here from TripleBeer.com, and I'm here with the wonderful Todd Roy, who is a director, writer, and producer of the Jace Hall Show.
You might want to also add in co-star for Season 3, because it's incredibly important that we see the evolution of the show and how it's becoming better.
I was actually going to comment on that because you don't really see too much of you in the previous seasons. Like, I know you played the Stalker, which is, great.
That was my best piece of acting. And sadly, it just happened to be I was naked that day anyways when we were filming, so it worked out.
That's just an average, Wednesday?
Yeah, we have casual Wednesdays here, and that's how I roll.
Okay, that's great. Actually, I think your best acting is in Quoon. A lot of people don't know. They see Quoon, the shirt you wear on the show, a lot, and it's made as reference to Felicia Day's WoW character. But what a lot of people don't realize is you are actually I won't say you're not a Kung Fu master, but you've been taking it for years. And
yeah.
You are one of the, I would call you, a pioneer of the web series, because you were just this, 12 years ago?
Yeah, we actually did, that was about 10 years ago, we actually put Quoon up. And what's so funny that you're talking about this now is that I've been so busy that my GoDaddy account expired. So my whole website, the whole Quoon website that was sitting around for 10 years just got deleted.
Oh, no.
When I get some free time, I need to go through some of these hard drives of mine and actually find the backup, because I have it all stored, and then I have to relaunch it. So if you go to Quoon.com, there's nothing there right now, but it will be back. Yeah, it's a cool website. I'm going to get it back up because it needs to be up. It was a very creative period of my life, and when anything seemed possible before reality crushed all my true dreams. But it was a cool thing, but that's why it's not up right now. It literally, GoDaddy, I guess, was trying to send notification emails to an email I never check anymore, and they were doing it for like 3 months, and eventually it just got deleted off their server. So I'm like, man, holy criminies.
That really blows, because a lot of people don't know, but there's this thing going on, in the year 2000, it's called Channel 101. That's one of the first sites that really did the whole web series thing. And is this how you got hooked up with Jace Hall?
No, it goes a little bit. Here's Jason, I think, he's made some of the biggest video games ever made, but one of the common themes in all the video games he's made is that they're narratively based, they're storytelling devices. And he's always been, I think, just by his nature, a storyteller. And, he's never done puzzle games like Tetris or anything like that. They've always been story-based games. So I think he's always kind of had in the back of his head that he would eventually get into film or television, where his skills could be even stretched further than they were with the video game industry. And because of that, somehow when I started doing Quoon, I popped up on his radar. He was watching the progression of the development of the series as I was blogging about it before there were even blogs. That's when he first emailed me. Now, he says that I never emailed him back, but I'm still not sure if that's true. But that's how we actually met. And then we became friends later on when he took over the job at Warner Brothers, running the video game division at Warner Brothers. Then he invited me to come down and actually meet with him and showed me around the lot. I remember thinking, man, this guy's like freaking awesome, because out of all the people I met in LA, he was like one of the coolest dudes I ever met, right? He actually took time out of his day to show like me, this dorky dude that made these kung fu movies on the internet, right? And when he got his development deal to actually start doing TV and movies, then he called me up and said, do you want to come help? I'm like, yeah, hell yeah. And we've been here now for almost 3.5 years at Warner Brothers.
Wow, that's pretty amazing.
yeah, it was a long process. But the thing that, on a serious note, remember, if you're doing something that you love, if you're doing something out of an attitude of passion, opportunities will present themselves that you just can't even possibly fathom. Who would have thought that making the decision as a hobby to make those silly kung fu movies with my friends back in 2000 would eventually lead to this?
I know, because I heard that, from reading stuff online, that you sort of wandered into the Kung Fu thing because you saw, like, Rumble in the Bronx or something, and you're like, yeah, that's sweet. So you sort of came in there, and then it sort of evolved into you doing these Kung Fu movies, and it's more than that, too, because there's a lot of other videos of you online, like, because you're a camera operator, you do the glide rig, or your swooping eagle of truth.
Yeah, that's absolutely right, man. You've done your research. And what's funny is that a lot of those sensibilities from the behind-the-scenes videos that we used to make for Quoon, because Quoon, the way that started is I made some money on the stock market, and so the actual episodes, even though they're like poorly directed and horribly acted, have some pretty good production quality. I mean, I hired lighting people, an art department, and all this stuff. Now, when I ran out of my money, I was trying to keep content on the Quoon website alive so that people would have a reason to keep coming back. So whenever we'd go to a convention or whenever I do something silly, I would film it and then kind of like wean it down and make these little short behind-the-scenes videos of all sorts of random things. And so some of those sensibilities actually get bled into the Jace Hall show.
Oh yeah, you can tell that too, because I mean, like one thing I really enjoyed about Quoon and the stuff you're doing online is, you know, it's very real. Like, it's not fake Hollywood. It's like there's a lot of things people don't realize about some kung fu, and some people might not like that about your stuff because they like the glitz of it, you know. But you know, you're just like Shaw Brothers, you know, the way you guys do the full action. And you have the stunt up, you know, everyone does their stuff, you know.
That's all Onassis, man. That's, you know, what sold him on it was an opportunity to try to do this, and it was fun. It was, I think, a little bit ahead of its time. Not that I think of myself as like an awesome pioneer, even though I am. It was just really hard to like. There was no economics of it. You know what you could do? You could sum it up like this. I was one of the first people to lose a lot of money doing a web series.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was like my claim to fame. Persistence is the key to all success. I mean, whether you're trying to be a rapist or you're trying to do like blogs or video blogs, you got to be persistent. That's the key. It starts slow, and you just got to win one person over at a time. And like right now, the personal interaction that you're doing to me is like that's leveraging, you know, that's creating a social bond. So I will become emotionally invested in your actual show.
Well, see, what you don't know is I'm actually naked right now, so there's another bond right there we share.
That is cool. You're now the closest thing I have to a girlfriend.
Oh, God. Yeah, and, you know, you've done a lot of stuff, too. Like, you worked in The Legend of Neil. You've done an episode of The Guild. I mean, the newest season of Legend of Neil, you're a producer on that show, and you also did some class. So.
Yeah. That's, well, you know, the Jace Hall show, through the Jace Hall show, we've actually had the opportunity to meet a lot of really creative people. And that's how we became friends with Felicia, and it was through helping Felicia. She needed a Steadicam shot or a glide cam shot on her season finale.
Yeah.
And so I said, I'll do that. I got a rig right here. And then I met Sandeep, and then he's like, yeah, I make The Legend of Neil, which I was a fan of even before I knew that. I didn't even know he made it. I remember watching The Legend of Neil late one night on Comedy Central, and I'm like, this is really freaking good. So when he was doing season 2, there were some opportunities that I was able to assist, and it was a really cool experience, actually. Good
I love Legend of Neil. I just rewatched all of it again today because it's freaking hilarious. I love the idea of the auto-fication with going to the video game. So for anyone that's listening to this that has not heard of Legend of Neil, or the Jace Hall show, or Quoon for that matter, you can check all of them out on the internet. You can find the bits and pieces of Quoon on right now, and like Todd here said, he's going to put it back on the internet. So that's great because I think it'll have a second wind because when you had that up before, I mean, the web series was so new and people didn't really understand it, No, this was back when there was dial-up, and everyone was on AOL. I spent a lot of time burning the episodes to QuickTime, so CD-ROMs, and I would mail them to people for free so they could watch the show. Yeah, the whole Felicia Day thing, the reason my character was named Quoon is because when I played World of Warcraft, I thought it would be good promotion for the show. Because I'd always tell people, hey, you should go check out Quoon. Just go to Quoon.com. Yeah, it's funny. I get whispers and stuff from people that think I'm Felicia Day. And I don't pretend to be. I just direct them to her website. Oh, so you actually have a character named Quoon. I thought that was just part of the show. That's great.
No, I do play World of Warcraft. I have a level 80 priest. Do you think Felicia Day would play an 80 level undead priest? No. She plays some cute human character.
She looks like an Alliance player to me.
Yeah, clearly. But you can just tell everyone that Season 3 of the Jace Hall Show is so much better with the addition of Todd.
Because you are the first official interview of TripleBeard.com. So.
All right, well, good. I'm glad, man. I'm glad I took your virginity and I was gentle.
It was great talking to you, Todd. The wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Todd Roy of the Jace Hall Show, and also Quoon. Bad acting, good kung fu.
Yeah, dude, man, you've done your homework. You actually made my day, so thank you.
All right, well, thank you very much for joining us. And do you have any closing words for everyone that's going to be listening to this?
Yeah, please watch the show. We're going to be doing Season 4 shortly. We're actually working on it right now. And also, there's another series that we're doing with Warner Brothers. It's a computer animated series called Chatham, which is going to be coming out this week on the WB.com.
All right, well, sweet. Well, thank you very much, Todd.
Okay, dude. I'll catch you later.
All right.